On Saturday the 15th of January, an underwater volcano erupted off the islands of Tonga. It caused an enormous tsunami, with waves that travelled as far as New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Peru and the US. Pressure changes in the atmosphere were still being detected in the UK, more than 10,000 miles away, 15 hours later. Here's what happened. Tonga is an archipelago of around 170 small islands, 2,000 miles east of Australia. Its capital, Nuku'alofa, is on the biggest island, Tonga Tapu, to the south. The country has just over 104,000 residents. The volcano known as the Tonga Hapai is located 40 miles north of the capital. Tonga is in the Ring of Fire, an arc in the Pacific Rim where up to 1,000 volcanoes are located. It's not unusual for volcanoes to erupt in the sea. In fact, 3/4 of volcanic activity is underwater. The Tonga Hapai volcano has erupted before in 2009 and 2014. But the speed at which magma was forced out of it this time has made it one of the biggest eruptions the world has seen in nearly 30 years. The eruption sent a volcanic mushroom plume into the stratosphere. These satellite images show the site before and after, where almost all of the volcano and the land around it has disappeared. The eruption created tsunami waves up to 15 meters high that spread across the Pacific Ocean. The waves were still being felt 2 days later in Australia.
Holy
The huge explosion was heard across the Pacific from Fiji to Alaska, over 6,000 miles away. It also sent a huge atmospheric shockwave around the world. Pressure changes were even measured in Europe 15 hours later.
Well, what we saw was the result of a very large stone being tossed into a very large pond. And if you can imagine the ripples from that working their way out across the globe, they move at about the speed of sound. We saw the barometer suddenly jumping up and jumping down, and a series of waves that followed that over several hours produced a very unsettled barometric pressure trace, which we wouldn't normally see around anything other than thunderstorms.
Photos released on Facebook by the New Zealand Defence Force show the extent of the damage in parts of Tonga. The entire village has been destroyed on Mango Island, northeast of the main island. The village is home to 36 people and was originally made up of at least 20 structures. Atata suffered catastrophic damage, with many buildings completely decimated. The owner of the Royal Sunset Island Resort on the island said it was fully submerged and they did not expect much to be left. And on Nomuka Island, debris can be seen scattered in the pond to the south. Almost all of the coastal buildings were destroyed. Communications are still largely down after a cable providing phone and internet services to Tonga was severed, and the huge ash cloud is even affecting satellite phones. Aid like food, water and tents is being sent from New Zealand and Australia, but planes are struggling to land, with runways on Tonga's islands still covered in ash. And then there's COVID-19. Tonga has only had one case of the virus, meaning that aid workers may be restricted in how they can travel across the islands, with fears they could infect a population with extremely low immunity to the disease. This disaster has already changed lives irreversibly, and the full scale of the damage is still being confirmed.